The first sighting in my stomach of an entire whole hot dog. And to be honest, when I first swallowed the pill and then I swallowed the hot dog, allegedly, I was...
Yo, that shit like a rogue piss. What the fuck is that?
30 seconds later, what I saw was the first sighting in my stomach.
Hey, yo.
Stomach.
Hey, yo. LA Beast, one of the OG YouTube content creators, and I say that for a reason. Being an OG, being around YouTube for multiple years, you see that the tides have changed. Where like content creation, content creators, they're not real anymore. We have rules to follow by, you know, they get sculpted and shaped by torment and torture of, you know, having their pages ripped off of the internet. All of their work led to nothing, to be in the depths of, you know, YouTube jail or, you know, blacklisted, blackballed, whatever. But LA Beast, a OG, I don't know how long, but I know that I am a humongous fan. And for the first time ever, we're going to react to a LA Beast video. Why, though? I've seen the title of this video. I think that if you want to catch a vibe of what an OG content creator, the mind state and like what it is to be a YouTube, like indulge in the YouTube, and how to be in a community, in a great community of people, and what it was like and what it still is. I want to share this with you guys because LA Beast is the OG and he is amazing. It's amazing. This video title is called A Visual Look Inside LA Beast's Stomach Using a Camera Pill After Eating Pop Rocks and Coca-Cola. So, if you know, you know. That is freaking amazing.
Warning. Do not recreate or reenact anything that you see in this video. This video is for educational purposes only and for personal research in the development of human sciences by further studying the effects of Pop Rocks and Coca-Cola within the human stomach. That was a run-on sentence. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Good day. LA Beast here. Giveaway right off the bat. And what's on this table right now relates to the great classic movie, Goodfellas. And the guy who sent this to me, Christopher Cerrone, he played the young Henry Hill, the Kid Henry, as he was working at the cab stand. Like a guy was bleeding all over the place. He used too many effing aprons on that guy to stop the bleeding. And you know what? He signed this apron. And all that I kindly ask, Christopher Cerrone, his Instagram account has been deleted probably about 5 different times now. He's just trying to build his fan base back up. You can go on over to Instagram, hit like, leave a comment. You'll be entered to win this sweet Christopher Cerrone Goodfellas autographed apron. And also, if you could stay...
And if you're into Goodfellas, Goodfellas is a phenomenal movie. I'm actually thinking about maybe, like, you know, doing that. If you're into Goodfellas, if you've never seen Goodfellas, go and give Goodfellas a watch. And then maybe you might be interested into what he's talking about. Goodfellas is a fantastic movie.
Tuned until the end. My niece Gabby, she created this awesome social media little video about me, the LA Beast. I loved it so much that I wanted to share it with all of you at the end of this video, and shout out to you as well, my pal Leo. Have a good day. LA Beast here, and today my mission is quite simple, and all that I plan on doing, utilizing this tiny little camera, which is no bigger than a quarter, even though
What the fuck are you talking about? No bigger than a quarter. Oh yeah. See, look, that looks like a suppository. Okay.
You know what? I just checked. It's bigger than a quarter.
That's bigger than a quarter.
First, what I'm going to do is hook myself up to this sensor belt and recording equipment, then following all preparation and safety guidelines as prescribed to me by my doctor. All that I'm going to do is swallow down this camera pill And as it's actually going down my esophagus, it's going to land in my stomach, and then it's going to wait there. And then after I shovel a load of Pop Rocks and Coca-Cola directly into my face, then, together, for the first time in human history, we can all finally see firsthand whether or not the legendary myth is true. If consuming Pop Rocks and then drinking Coca-Cola will make your stomach, kaboom, explode. Now, just for the official record,
so wait, you have like is that a baby monitor type thing?
It was originally inspired by Chris, aka Instant Regret here on YouTube. And when it comes to spicy challenges, the guy is an absolute animal. He's a regular human being, but he's also a filthy animal when it comes to dominating spice. And what he did, he sent me this letter, and he had an extra bag of these spicy Pop Rocks, ghost peppers, scorpion peppers, and Carolina Reaper peppers in these things. Because my spice tolerance is at an absolute 0, but because I still like the idea of doing a video with Pop Rocks, I've spent the last month of hell brainstorming in all different directions a new game plan. And this is the game plan that I've come up with. Now, for those of you that don't know, Pop Rocks, I believe, has at least been around since the 1970s. It's a candy that when you eat it, when it mixes with the saliva in your mouth, the candy starts cackling. Kind of like Rice Krispie treats. And probably 3 years ago now, I tried to consume 4 pounds of Pop Rocks from my DOS boot glass, but probably because there was so much sugar, I only made it through 1 pound, but I could feel my stomach rumbling. And as I was washing the Pop Rocks out of the glass after the video was done, I could actually visually see with my own eyes the Pop Rocks reacting with the water, and I could understand better why I felt like shit. Taki mushroom. Why my stomach was rumbling like it was.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the hysteria of where this myth originated from was, in fact, in the 1970s, Mikey in the Life cereal commercials died by ingesting too much Pop Rocks and Coca-Cola. And this rumor got to be so big and so scary that General Mills, the creator of Pop Rocks, actually had to write 50,000 letters to principals of the schools to ensure that eating Pop Rocks for their children would be safe. Now, over the past month of my brainstorming research, I do remember from years ago on the Discovery Channel the show Mythbusters, and in the Mythbusters episode, the host used a...
Yeah, didn't they like use like a pig? Maybe they used like a pig stomach and filled it with Pop Rocks, if I'm not mistaken.
pig's stomach, filled that with Pop Rocks and Coca-Cola, and although the pig's stomach did in fact expand, they concluded that there was not enough gas to make the pig's stomach explode. So here today, because I'm an absolute genius, utilizing visual science, let's all take a wild adventure into the depths of the LA Beast Iron Stomach and literally see firsthand
shove that up your
the effects of Coca-Cola, Pop Rocks, and stomach acid mixing together. And then once and for all, utilizing visual science, let's finally answer the age-old myth of whether or not in the human stomach, Pop Rocks and Coca-Cola mixed together will make it explode. Now, as an added bonus and for good measure, I also plan on safely swallowing an entire hot dog without chewing it. You see how that all works? Because from my experience...
Hang on, quick pause.
And Coca-Cola mixed together will make it explode. Now, as an added bonus and for good measure, I also plan on safely swallowing an entire hot dog without chewing it. You see how that all works? Because from my experience, I can always feel the hot dog going down my esophagus, and when it reaches my stomach, it always feels like it's standing straight up. As stomach acid is like eating away from the side. Once the Coca-Cola and Pop Rocks has been recorded, hopefully, maybe we can see a hot dog drop into my stomach and go from there. I am interested. Before we get started, I just wanted to reiterate that everything that you see in this video is not a joke. This camera pill, the equipment, they are not toys. I recommend that any of you consult your physician before ever seeking out any...
That would be a conversation to have with your physician. Hey, I plan on swallowing a hot dog whole. for a video put on the internet. What do you think about that health-wise?
Internal tests. Any results gathered here today are for personal use, and I stress, do not recreate or reenact anything that you see in this video. Thank you. I've studied everything that I need to do inside and out. I have my super lab.
Do not recreate anything you see here.
And clear liquids ready to go, which is actually going to help the camera continually go through my body until it passes out my butthole. And the final steps I need to do before we get started is enter some information into the computer, properly place that.
So you have to collect the camera.
That sensor belt onto my abdomen, and then sync the camera pill to the recording equipment until it's flashing blue, and then we know everything is working. Now, once I actually open up the case, it turns on the camera pill, and then I have 12 hours. And I believe the camera pill itself, once swallowed, it's going to spend roughly 2 hours in my stomach before passing through. So time is definitely going to be of the essence, and that's pretty much it. So without further ado, I am the LA Beast. And after 15 years of me consuming insane shit into my stomach, let's all take an adventure and see how my iron stomach has survived by literally taking a journey inside of my stomach.
This is crazy.
Heck yeah, let's get started.
Is this actual
Everything's set up, ready to go. We'll see if this works. I've done my research. I understand the procedure inside and out. Before we got started, I took whatever Pop Rocks I did have, poured them into this glass. I have my bottle of Coca-Cola ready to go. Hopefully everything syncs together, and then I swallow the pill. Let's do it. Let's answer the age-old question and visually see whether or not Pop Rocks and Coca-Cola will make your stomach explode. Hopefully not, because I have to go pick up my son later on this afternoon. The recorder is now...
Bro, give your... Son comes first. Make sure your son gets picked up, and you're like, what? This is what if your stomach did explode?
Officially ready, as we can see. I'm taking the recorder. It is fully charged. Let's plug in the recorder to the sensor belt, and you should hear a ding. All right. We hear a ding. There's a red pill. And as soon as I open this thing up, it's going to turn green. And then the white light on top is going to be turning flashing blue. Once I remove the magnet from the thing, that's a positive sign. We have a flashing camera. Now I'm holding this. Wow. It's flashing blue up on top. And the cool thing about this recorder, I've learned, middle, left, right. And then you can see like real-time images. That's pretty cool. This is going to go right down my esophagus. By me swallowing this pill right now, which is a camera, we're about to enter inside the LA Beast stomach. Here we go, LA Beast. I'm swallowing a camera.
Wait, cameras are as small as pills. Holy crap. Wait.
Camera. Have a good day.
Well, I mean, yeah, duh. But I mean, like... Oh my gosh, look at the quality. Oh my god. What? No. Put it back.
It's been about 5 minutes. Honestly, I can't.
That is fucking... What are you doing? That is... I need to see this. Why the fuck did you take it off of the fucking... I don't care what you gotta say. Put your esophagus back on.
Feel anything. I don't feel any different than before and after I swallowed the pill bot there. I have a live image right now. Cheers.
Hello, pill. Brother. What? Brother.
Oh, man. It looks like a deflated balloon.
What are you talking about?
A deflated balloon. I think it's in the stomach. I think we're in the stomach.
You're having the best...
Whoa, it looks like a butthole.
What are we doing?
It looks
Did
like
you
a
lose this
wrinkly
footage or something?
dog's face flat balloon. Putty. Weird. It's like Rice Krispie treats on steroids, pretty much. Oh, man. Whoa. Whoa. You can see the Pop Rocks in there. That's Pop Rocks. I see the Pop Rocks. Yes. Stuff's going crazy in my stomach right now. Whoa. I'm feeling it. This isn't great. It's not great feeling right now. I have not swallowed a hot dog in many, many years. There you go. This should be interesting. Whoa, it just let out the gas. We're gonna create more gas by drinking more Pop Rocks. We're just finish this up here. I just drooled on my favorite blanket just so you can see the reaction in real time.
I'm shocked right now, but there's more video, so.
That's happening in my stomach right now. I'm gonna sit in the chair right over there. And let's say every 20 minutes or so, I'll come back and do a quick update. I consume probably 25 packets of Pop Rocks, drank that much Coke, and I do feel the gas is expanding in my stomach.
Oh, shit.
100%. I'm just going to eat a boatload of Mentos and then chug down the rest of this Coca-Cola to see if that does anything differently. Now, eating Mentos was a bad...
Before you say a gosh damn word, you have to pick up your son. You did not say anything about Mentos and Pepsi, Mentos and Coke. I have a feeling you're going to say this is a bad idea. No fucking shit.
Eat a boatload of Mentos and then chug down the rest of this Coca-Cola to see if that does anything differently. Now, eating Mentos was a bad idea. I thought 3 clumps of Mentos went into my stomach when there was an entire posse. I swallowed 3 giant clumps of Mentos. And as you can see, there was only slight bubbles with the Coca-Cola and Mentos. And then the Mentos got stuck on the pill camera for about 45 straight minutes. And thank goodness for stomach acid, it finally broke down the Mentos off the pill cam. From 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., I pretty much sat in this chair, stayed off my feet, and just documented everything that I was feeling with inside of my stomach. And it's actually pretty amazing that at 4:26 p.m., as my son was downstairs watching Blue's Clues, I explosively farted into the toilet bowl for 6 seconds. It was pretty amazing. There I am. That bottle is actually filled with laxatives to help that pill pass through my system. And without further ado, let me go over the final results of my conclusion in my study of whether or not Pop Rocks and Coca-Cola will make your stomach explode. Now, what I have done is analyze all the footage, and I took the footage of me sitting in the chair, telling the camera how I was feeling, and then I correlated that with the pill cam footage inside of my body, and these are the results that I came up with. Probably about 20 minutes after swallowing the camera pill, the Pop Rocks and Coca-Cola, and a whole hot dog with Mentos on top of that, and approximately...
Wait. Oh, so the Mentos took the camera footage, but where the fuck was the hot dog? You made so much, you talk so much highly about this hot dog, talking about you want to swallow the hot dog and the hot dog stand still so you can see the hot dog stand up. Whoa, what happened to the hot dog?
Pill, the Pop Rocks and Coca-Cola, and a whole hot dog with Mentos on top of that. At approximately 12:46 p.m., I had my first explosive bathroom break. And then 15 minutes after that is when the rumblings really started in my stomach to go a little bit crazy. And no less than 1 hour later, from ingesting everything, I took my second explosive crap of this study.
What?
Something's not right here. Now, as I was looking at the camera pill footage in my stomach for the first time, I was completely blown away of the visual of what the Pop Rocks and Coca-Cola looked like. Like at the bottom of an ocean, it looked like a colorful coral reef of beautifulness. And you know what? From approximately 1:43 p.m. to 2:47 p.m. when I took my third violent dookie of the day, there was actually nothing beautiful about this process whatsoever, as mixing Pop Rocks and Coca-Cola, whole hot dogs, and then Cola, whole hot dogs, and then more Coca-Cola and Mentos. It's just like, I would say like the inside of a car wash is what my stomach felt like. Now, for probably roughly 10 more minutes after my third violent crap of the day, things were just, kind of calming down a little bit. And I started to see like brown, stringy things. And they were like, the stringy stuff was like engulfing other things in my stomach. So I don't know, like, is that poop?
What?
I have no idea. One thing I can definitely tell you that's not poop, which happened probably 30 seconds later. What I saw was the first sighting in my stomach of an entire whole hot dog. And to be honest, when I first swallowed the pill and then I swallowed the hot dog, allegedly, I was...
Yo, that shit like a rogue penis. What the fuck is that?
Entire whole hot dog. And to be honest, when I first swallowed the pill, happened probably 30 seconds later. What I saw was the first sighting in my stomach.
Hey, yo.
Entire whole hot dog. And to be honest, when I first swallowed the pill and I swallowed the hot dog, allegedly, an entire whole hot dog later, what I saw was the first sighting in my stomach.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo, what is that, son? Yo, brother, easy, you better chill.
Of an entire whole hot dog. And to be honest, when I first swallowed the pill and then I swallowed the hot dog, allegedly, I was nervous that I didn't see it at first. But once it like popped...
Oh no! Look at that. The whole hot dog is penetrating his stomach. He said it. I didn't say it. He said the whole hot dog is penetrating his stomach. This shit is crazy. What's going on here? Oh my God. I'm gonna swallow the hot dog whole, he says. And now the hot dog is penetrating your stomach. This is a visual image. Hey, yo.
I was like, no way. And as I'm actually looking at the timestamps on my official analysis sheet here, there's many cool shots, such as like the hot dog came out of a vortex hole out of nowhere. On my notepad right here, I used the word insane, as you can actually see the bubbles breaking down the whole hot dog. And it must have been probably a few hours after the ingestion of the whole hot dog. As it popped back into the screen, you could see how the stomach acid had broken it down. So, you know what? I'm a genius. And technically, me talking about this hot dog has nothing to do with...
Hey, yo. What the fuck, son?
Of the whole hot dog. As it popped back into the screen, you could see how the stomach acid had broken it down. So, you know what? I'm a genius. And technically, me talking about this hot dog has nothing to do with our final analysis of what this video is about. So let's get to it. This next group of camera pill footage probably coincides, most likely, when I took my fourth violent crap of the day, and when I farted for 5 seconds as my son was downstairs watching Blue's Clues.
My son does watch Blue's Clues.
Oh, did you hear that? From about 3 p.m. to 6 p.m., I actually had to go out and run some errands. So it was actually pretty crazy that You could see my stomach. It was like expanding and contracting a lot differently than when I was just resting, sitting in a chair. And at approximately 5:33 p.m., I took my final and fifth mega ding dong. And that's also when the camera pill, which was in my stomach, started to exit out of my stomach. And the notes that I got from the footage looks like a loofah. And like the fuzzy socks that I got my wife for Christmas. Or like a scrub daddy made out of maggots. And I'm happy to officially report that on Saturday, March 7th, 2026, take my word for it, the camera pill, after 1.5 days, in my body, finally exited my body. And then you flush it down the pee chute. And here today, based on visual evidence, my own personal experience, and science, nothing in this video has been proven by science, I officially, ladies and gentlemen, deliver to you my final conclusion of whether or not, let's answer the age-old myth, will Pop Rocks and Coca-Cola make your stomach explode? Here is my final conclusion, and I wrote this down. It is physically impossible for Pop Rocks and Coca-Cola to make the human stomach explode because the human body will violently crap it out before that can ever happen. Oh, hear that? Heck yeah. This is Dr. L.A. Beast. If you can, please check out Christopher Cerrone's Instagram page for the giveaway. And then, you know what? Stay tuned right here, right now, ladies and gentlemen. Created by my niece, Gabby. Please show some support for this awesome L.A. Beast video that she made. I appreciate you all. Until next time, you're awesome. Human science is awesome. And here I am. Have a good day.
Aw, that's cute as shit. That's cute as all shit. That's cute as all shit. That's a good way to end the video from traumatizing me. I did not sign up to see a pill go through a man's rectum. What the fuck? Guys, like and subscribe. See you guys in the next video.